What would In-N-Out breakfast be like? This is my version. Brown some butter, place sliced onions in. Once they brown, flip and remove. 2 eggs in a pan, low heat, scramble, add some butter. Once they begin to set, salt, pepper, bacon. Don't forget some cheddar cheese, cover to melt. Toasted English muffin, now In-N-Out's secret sauce. Check out my video for the recipe. Now your cheesy eggs, onion, and tomato. This is amazing by itself. But introducing animal style hash browns. Crispy hash brown, cheese, secret sauce, onions, a little tomato if you want, and that's it. Yeah, I know this is probably enough calories for the day, but you can't tell me that doesn't look amazing. What's amazing is that it actually tastes like it's from In-N-Out. That secret sauce is just so iconic. You know it's good when my new friend comes to visit. You have to try this combo at least once, especially if you've won.
We're making lemon pepper wings today. Clean and prep your wings. We're gonna season them. Get this, get it on there. Of course this, on there. Some onion powder, garlic powder, little paprika, black pepper. Now we're gonna massage it. Get it in there really good, like this. Put them in the fridge and let the seasoning sink in. Oil in your pan, like that. Put some flour in a bowl, garlic, some more Creole seasoning, black pepper, a little onion powder. Whisk it up. Take your wings, dip them, take off the excess. Boom. Repeat it. Check it. 5 minutes per side. Flip. I went a little longer than 10 minutes, but they should look like this. Next batch. 1 stick of butter. Boom. Mince some garlic. Boom. A little parsley. Some lemon pepper. Black pepper. Whisk in. Boom. Repeat it. Get mine in there real good.
Real good.
Oh my God. Best.
Te voy a enseñar a hacer la perfecta quesadilla. Let's go. Primero, la candela a todo lo que da, bien fuerte, en una sartén o una plancha. Ahora, el queso. Lo vas a colocar directamente en la plancha para que se derrita una buena cantidad. Ahora le pones la tortilla. Recoges con una espátula un poquito. Chilecito. Y ahora a dorar. Para que la quesadilla te quede perfecta, es muy importante que esté bien caliente y si utilizas una superficie non-stick o que no se pegue, mejor.
Let's make some Dorito casserole. Layer Doritos in your dish. I use almost a whole bag. Brown and drain your hamburger meat. Add your tomato sauce. Add your seasoning salt. I just eyeball. Bam.
I used to beg my grandmother for ham and cheese sandwiches like all the other American kids. She would tell me, this is ham fried rice. It's the same thing, but so much better. She also insisted that I learn how to cook Chinese food. And now I'm so glad she did because it's my son and his friend's favorite. And guess what? My grandmother is right. This is so much better.
E ora si mangia. Today we are making the Italian meatballs. So we get garlic, carrot and celery stick and we blend them together. The cream that you get from these will give the flavor to your beautiful meat. Then we want to add 3 eggs, breadcrumbs, parsley, marjoram, sage and oregano. Last but not least, the bread. Wet it in water and just break it in. Now I also have pecorino cheese and parmesan cheese, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, and now we mix. So get water next to you, wet them, and it's time to make our Italian meatballs. We just want a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and then we want to cook 5 minutes per side. Look at the sauce. Look, the sauce loves meatballs. Now, at this point, we cook it for 10 minutes in total. How can you resist to a beautiful plate?
Let's make some ceviche mexicano. First, I'm cutting up about 20 limes, going to squeeze them into a mixing bowl. I'm going to cut up the shrimp very small and put it into the lime juice so it can cook. Then I am going to cut up some synthetic crab meat. Yes, cut it very small, put it also into the mixing bowl. Then I'm going to cut up some red onions, put it in the mixing bowl, some pepino, put it in the mixing bowl, some tomatoes, dice them up, put them in the mixing bowl, some cilantro, put it in the mixing bowl, mix it well, put some clamato juice, serve it, yum.
You've never had an omelette this cheesy and crispy before. Here's how I made it.
I added olive oil to a pan and then coated it with cheese. I whisked 3 eggs and then added some broccoli florets, seasoned with salt and pepper. When the cheese bubbles and starts to form a layer, you can add the omelette on top. Cover and cook for about 5 to 8 minutes. When it's cooked, flip the omelette. So crispy.
Peanut butter, egg, and sugar. Mix it all together until it's well combined. Then you want to use a cookie scoop to scoop some out. Pop it into your hand and onto a baking sheet. Then use a fork to make pretty little lines both ways. Pop it in the oven, let it cool, and enjoy.
Those look so good.
Here's an easy recipe using egg noodles and frozen wontons. Heat up some oil and then add the frozen wontons. Add a little water and place the lid on top to steam the wontons and then give them a nice pan fry. This keeps the filling juicy and crispy on the outside. Cook the egg noodles for about 20 to 25 seconds so it doesn't overcook. For the sauce, use soy sauce, sesame oil, aji mirin, sweet soy sauce, and shallot sauce. I also added some barbecue pork that I had left over, but you can pretty much add any meat you like. Top with cilantro and green onions and the sauce.
How to meal prep the juiciest chicken in 20 minutes. Take the spices you see right here on the screen and rub them all over your chicken. Place chicken in hot cast iron skillet, add balsamic, cover and cook for 5 minutes. Flip the chicken, lower the heat, and cook for 15.
It's time for you to learn how to make falafel. First, you take a cup of dry chickpeas and soak them overnight. Then you add in an onion, some garlic, cilantro and parsley, and a small jalapeno. You can take out the jalapeno if you want. Put it in a food processor and blend it all up. Make sure you scrape the sides of the food processor, otherwise you'll get chunks in there and you don't want that. This is the texture of the filling that you should have. Then you season it with salt, black pepper, cumin, coriander, and then you add some baking soda. When your oil is hot, you can shape the falafel in any shape you want. It can be stars, circles, whatever. Just be gentle with it when you're putting it in there. It should end up looking like this, a nice brown color. And now listen to this.
Green beans, potatoes, olive oil, paprika, garlic, bingo. And to finish, cherry vinegar. Best dish ever for any vegetable. Green beans and potatoes, the best.
Street food on TikTok for 21 days. 1 pound of ground pork, 1 pound of shrimp. Mince up your shrimp like this. Chop up 2 green onions, your shrimp paste, 1 inch of ginger, 1.5 tablespoons of sesame oil, white pepper, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Add in your green onion and all, but this is just my secret tip. I always add in half a pack of the dashi powder. Dashi, I'll mix together. A little tip that my grandma taught me, you can take a little bit of the meat, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then you can see if you need any more seasoning. 1 piece of wonton skin, teaspoon of filling, add a little bit of water, fold it in half, fold the top part down, a little bit of water at the end. I'm gonna close the ends like this. This can last in the freezer up to 3 months. 4 cups of chicken stock, 3 thin slices of ginger, a tablespoon of soy sauce, dash of white pepper, heat up to medium high. If you prefer fast but delicious broth, we're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of dry shallots. Let simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Whatever vegetable you want, I'm using bok choy today. You can always cook your wontons, noodles, and vegetables in a separate pot. With the noodles, on your vegetables, add on your wonton, add in your soup. Now look at.
Okay, so everyone keeps asking how I make my buffalo dip. Super easy recipe to do, and always a winner. I mean, it's not no secret, but 4 cans of chicken. 8-ounce cream cheese. 8 ounces of sharp cheddar. 1 cup of your favorite buffalo sauce. I prefer Sweet Baby Ray's, makes the best, I think. And 1 cup of ranch, gotta go with the Holy Grail, Hidden Valley. Cook it on high for about 2 hours until everything's melted. Let's go.
Today I've prepared for you cauliflower buffalo hash browns. Before you lose your mind and go sideways, I promise you that you will not taste the cauliflower in this hash brown. My personal opinion, an amazing hash brown has to be very crispy on the outside. So I'm going to show you the technique on how we do that. I will have a full ingredients list for you over on our Instagram. Tip number 1, you really want to use a waffle maker with this, and you want to make sure that your waffle maker is very hot. Tip number 2, You want to put your cheddar cheese down before your cauliflower mix and then put it on top. That cheese is what's going to give you that very crispy outside. Tip number 3, flaky salt completely brings out the flavor of this. Tip number 4, you want to use good sauces. The better the ingredients, the better your food is going to taste. Tip number 5, like and follow for...
So I'm going to start out making my cheese sauce. I'm just going to do it in a big microwave safe bowl. I have got 2 cups of shredded cheese. I've got 4 different kinds of cheese. I've got American, sharp cheddar, Monterey Jack, and Gouda. I've also got 4 tablespoons of butter, a little pepper, and I'm also just going to add in about 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. Okay, our cheese sauce is melted down and looks beautiful. So here I have just boiled up some of my absolute favorite keto pasta. This is Nuda. I will put the link down in the comments, but it is real keto pasta, 3 net carbs, 22 protein, made with lupin flour, gluten-free, no weird texture. It's real flippin' pasta, you guys. And we've got some beautiful keto mac and cheese to go with my little chicken.
Let's make an Egg McMuffin at home. It costs way less when you do it yourself. It has 18 grams of protein and you can be out the door in 3 minutes. Come on in. Let's make breakfast. Let's make breakfast. Your English muffin will just split apart. While the muffin's cooking in the toaster, I'm going to work on the egg. I have this microwave egg cooker, but I know most of you may not, so I'm going to show you how to do it in a glass bowl. Just spray a glass bowl that's about the size of an egg that you want. Crack your egg in it. Wrap it up really good with a paper towel because eggs will explode in the microwave. Depending on your microwave, cook it between 40 and 55 seconds. It's gonna look something like this. Yeah, if you have time, that Canadian bacon's better in a frying pan, but if you don't have time, the microwave will work. Put it in a paper towel to protect your microwave and cook it about 10 seconds. Grab your muffin, your egg, add your Canadian bacon, a slice of cheese. You can heat it up a few more seconds to melt the cheese.
Hey, morning to you. Greek yogurt and tahini, let's go. Easy, amazing dipping sauce. All you need is Greek yogurt, tahini, minced garlic, lemon juice, cumin, coriander, olive oil, big salt, and...
Hungry? Let's make a snack. Bring a pot of water to a boil. 2 golden rules: oversalt the water and undercook your pasta. The pasta is all drained. Let's make a sauce. Butter. Once the butter melts, add in the flour. Give it a stir. And you want a light skin roux. Not a dark skin roux, a light skin roux. Half and half from somebody's farm. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and what's really finna mess them up? Smoked paprika. Stir that together until it thickens. Once that thickens, sour cream, and then I want you to use whatever cheese is on sale. Give it a stir. Next, I want you to add in your pasta. You hear how that sound? I'm saved, so I wouldn't know, but you know. Then pour this into a casserole dish. The remaining cheese, sprinkle on top. Put that in until it's golden brown. And because I know y'all gonna ask me what kind of cheese I use triple cheddar and 4 cheese Mexican.
All right, so we got the 6 onions all chopped up, ready for the soup. I got my big old stock pot here. Gonna scoot these off to the side. Turn my heat up to medium high. I'm gonna drop in my butter, and I'm gonna melt it. My life away. Now I've dumped the onions in, and basically it's just a lot of stirring for the next 30 minutes. So you don't have to stir continuously for the whole 30 minutes. Basically you want to make sure that the onions are cooking but not burning. My goal right now is just to get them to that clear sauteed level. And kind of while I'm doing this, I'll talk a little bit more about French onion. I think people get really freaked out about French cooking because it is kind of, you know, hoity-toity, fancy-schmancy. French onion soup isn't like that. This is a soup for the common people. It's made out of very basic ingredients, and it really, you know, is designed to just make. It's probably one of the least pretentious French recipes out there. It is, however, kind of a big pain in the butt because you do have to cook onions for 30 straight minutes. But it's also something you can vary on. If you don't have white onions, use red. If you don't have white wine, use red. Just kind of use what you get.
Today we're making beef chow fun. Onion, ginger, scallions, beef, rice noodles, sesame oil, dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, sugar, salt, and pepper.